Hey, I'm Sophie K, and this is Not Fest at Wacken 2022. It's Wacken 2022. I'm Sophie K, sitting in a bus with Carla from Butcher Babies. Hello.
A very hot and sweaty bus, but it's fine.
This is sweating. I mean, to be fair, they should have provided us with white towels since we're sat in
True.
this sauna. Do you know what I mean? That would have got a lot of hits, I think. Not for me, just for you. So you've been very busy lately. Tell us what you've been up to.
Gosh, we recorded an album this year that we're really, really excited about. We spent a month and a half in the boonies in Michigan in the U.S., recording all together, living together. So we were really, really excited about that. And we had a run of U.S. festivals just a couple weeks ago. And finally, we've got this 2 weeks here in Europe and UK, doing all the festivals here, and then it's like straight touring for the next few months. So after a long hiatus, you know, with COVID and everything, we are stoked to be back out on the road.
Yeah, you are back out on it. And
Yeah.
am I right in saying that it was Josh Schroeder who did your album, who did Lorna Shore and...
Yep, you are
Q810.
correct in that. And it was a magical experience because I actually grew up in Michigan, and so it felt very full circle to go and record an album, you know, where I'm from. And again, just to spend time together. We were holed up in this Airbnb that had, you know, antlers all over the place. Very Michigan, in literally the middle of nowhere in Midland, Michigan. And it was just, you spend all your time together. I think bands used to do this quite frequently. And of course, the world's changed. So we're all in different places now. But it felt so good to, you know, sit with my people and make this album together. So exciting.
Can you tell us anything about maybe some of the themes that have influenced the album?
Well, I'll say it is probably the heaviest album that we have had to date. And I think we always say that with every album that comes out. But this time, it is a progression, but this time I mean it. It's really heavy. And also, we were going to play here at Wacken a song from the new album, so that we've did it a few times at festivals in the U.S. A couple weekends ago, and it was really fun. We do a cover of the song "Best Friend," which literally only our band could do because we are two, you know, female-fronted best friends in this group. So we do a pretty awesome cover of Doja Cat and Saweetie's "Best Friend," and we're going to play it today too.
Nice. You know what? One of my favorite things about you as a band is, because we were talking about how we met years and years ago, and I remember the days of going to festivals and being like one of the only women. So getting to interview yourselves, I'd be so excited. But what was interesting was reading through the comments on your Instagram then versus now. I feel like you've got so many women now following the band.
Ton. You know, I definitely feel that, you know, we're part of this crew of women that has kind of brought more metal to women. And and it's not just young girls, it's older women who will come up to me and say, you know, where were you guys when I was young? I needed a band like this to latch on to. And that makes us feel obviously pretty great. You know, I think the other special thing about our band is that we are two women fronting the band, and we love to have fun. We don't take ourselves too seriously. After all these years, we still have a great time up there. We go up there, and it's not, you know, just, yeah, we're girls in metal. We just have fun. We laugh at ourselves. We joke around. We, like I said, it just feels very organic all the time.
And I think it's quite powerful because both of you have just embraced your sexiness as a woman. And there was this time where I felt it. There was a pressure to like dress like the dudes if you're going to be one of the dudes. And I feel like you've really led this movement.
I feel like we embrace all parts of ourselves, not just the sexiness. I embrace the geekiness in myself. You know, I'm just a dorky girl from Michigan that loves comics, and you know, all day long I'm drawing or reading. I'm not, you know, I was never a sexy growing up, or that was not what, you know, what I wanted to be, or I don't know. It's like I said, as a woman, you should embrace all things. I love dressing up. I love putting on makeup. I love putting on cool clothes, but I also like, you know, just being sweatpants and, like I said, curled up with a comic book. So we embrace all sides of ourselves, and that's what is special about us.
And that's what's magical. I think that full rounded representation. And I'm with you. Like sometimes I like to show all different sides to myself, and I'm a massive nerd. Can you share with me what is something that you're really into that people might not expect you to be into?
Gosh, I think everyone knows what I'm into because I post about it a lot. But I am. So a funny story: our bus driver, he had his phone rang and it was Yoda saying, "You have a message from the dark side," and I was like, "Oh, that's so cool!" And so I was sharing Star Wars stuff with him, and I get my costumes custom made, my cosplay like Princess Leia stuff. I have an Ahsoka costume that I just have gotten made for myself, so I really like to do like cosplay stuff like that and dress up, and now it's pretty accepted. I was just at Comic-Con in San Diego, and there's a bunch of people like me now that are they free the nerd, it's like, and it's fine to do, but back in the day when I was growing up, it wasn't really like smiled at, people didn't really like put it out there that they were really into this kind of stuff. But now there's like this whole like nerd fandom culture, and it's really cool to go to these places and see like-minded people dressing up and just doing whatever they want to do. And it's very much the same at metal concerts. We'll look out in our mosh pit and we'll see a guy dressed like a banana, and one of those guys in the creepy green, like those suits that they always have, and then and it's like, wow, these people, they just come here just to have a great time. They don't care who's looking at them, and that is such an important thing to take with you, whether it's metal or any of the other stuff that I like.
Just be who you are. I think,
and that's the main message that nowadays we have for women or men, anyone. Just don't be afraid to be yourself. There's always going to be someone who is going to pass judgment, but don't be afraid to be who you are.
Do you get sick of being asked about being a woman in this industry? Because obviously you have been part of such a movement in the metal scene. You must get asked it a lot, right?
Yeah, we get asked it all the time, and I will say that maybe a few years ago I would say I'm tired of that question. But you know what? I feel like if someone's still curious about it, I might as well talk about it, because there may be a day when people don't want to hear us talk about what it's like to be a female in metal and all that. And I just think if the question is still in someone's mind, then why not answer it? I no longer have an aversion to people saying female fronted or this or that. I don't know. If someone wants to know, I'm here to tell them.
Do you
share
not
my
have
experiences?
Because if someone says female fronted to me, I'm like, oh, really?
I feel like as long as I can educate them and say, hey, we're just a metal band. Yeah. But at the same time, there's some people that will find your music because it's female fronted, and that's a subgenre that they dig. So they'll find it and they'll find you, and they may not have otherwise found us. So I don't care anymore.
I love that your outlook on that is so positive and so embracing. And
well, there's so much negativity about so much in the world. It's like, why put any more negativity on anything? I just feel like, I don't know. We've grown up a lot in just everything, and we just like to get out there and have a good time. You can call us whatever you want. Female fronted, just a metal band, groove metal, whatever kind of metal you want. It doesn't matter anymore.
I love that. So one of the things I wanted to ask you is, you must get recognized a lot, especially, there aren't many women out there. I've been out there, and you must get recognized. Where's the weirdest place that you have been spotted?
I was at a wine bar with my boyfriend. He's in Anthrax. He's the drummer of Anthrax. And someone came up to us, and we still don't know if they were joking or not. We're just a nice little wine bar in the middle of the suburbs where, there's no metal people at all. And this guy comes up and he looks at us and he goes, "You look like Charlie Benante and Carla Harvey. Has anyone ever told you that?" Why would two people that happen to look like Charlie Benante and Carla Harvey happen to be together? Yeah. But no, it's just funny. So
did you not play into it? Did you go and go, "Oh no,
I always say, "Oh, thank you."
Thank you. She seems awesome. Yeah. Oh, that's brilliant. What was another question that we've been asking a lot of bands is, what was the album that you would say that's the one that got me into rock and metal?
Oh, Appetite for Destruction, Guns N' Roses, hands down. I was just a kid. I was 11 years old. And that was the first album that I heard that was like, wow. And the hair, I'll never forget. Welcome to the Jungle came on the radio, and all the hair on my arms stood up. Just the opening notes. And I'll never forget that feeling. And I can still get that feeling from something I really love or something new, a new experience. So I hope it never goes away. I hope I'm always able to find things that I love that much. But that was definitely the first thing that really got me. And then your taste progressed from there on. I found, metal and, bands like Anthrax and early Metallica. I loved thrash metal when I was a kid, and I loved Pantera. So my taste evolved into a little bit more metal, but man, Guns N' Roses was it for me when I was a kid, and really life-changing. Also convinced me that I had to move to LA and all that kind of stuff. So very I feel like a band can change the course of your life.
Yeah.
Hearing hearing that album really changed my life.
Final question. If you could have a movie that you think represents Butcher Babies, what would it be?
Oh, that's a movie that already exists?
Yeah, a movie that already, it's like, that would sum up our band and our...
Gosh, that's a hard one. Maybe since it's me and Heidi, Dumb and Dumber.
No!
We are so silly.
Yeah.
We just like to have fun. And like I said, after all of these years, people expect, Heidi and I to not get along, not have fun together, just because we're two women. And we actually have the best time. And still, we always sleep across from each other in bunk alley there, and we just giggle all night. Tour is like one big long sleepover. So we still have fun.
I love that. Don't you find that really annoying? I remember discussing that with actually Hailstorm, Evanescence, loads of bands have all spoken about that thing where people expect women to all be catty and bitchy. So I like the fact that you're saying it's not a thing.
Well, if all of your women friends, if you think that all women don't like you or that all women have a problem with you, you're probably not making the right friends.
That's very true.
And I find that women, especially as we get older, you develop these incredible friendships with women who are like-minded, who are also, strong. My female friends are designers, authors, and, agents and managers and really, really cool people. And none of us are jealous of each other. We share ideas and we push for each other. And so that's the key, is to find people that, have your back and to have other people's backs. You have to lead by example sometimes.
Yeah, it's very, very true. There's an uprising happening, by the way. Thank you so much for joining us here at Knotfest today.
Yeah.
And we'll see you again on tour soon.
Thank you.